This is Peggy D from UBC TV. So we're doing like kind of like a documentary on what's happening in Harlem on 125th Street, and there is construction going on in this place here. I don't know what number this is, but you see some of the places that are closed. The beauty shops are still closed. Some of them were open before, but you can just go in for a little while. I don't know why they were open. They were probably shut down because they weren't supposed to be open. It's CVS. CVS is open. Everything now is about social distancing and being healthy and not spreading the virus. You know, so yeah, brother, I'm doing camera work, documenting what's going on up here. So this is what's happening before. Never before have I seen Harlem, or let's say 125th Street desolate. This is one of the biggest shopping streets, areas, communities in the world. And it's up there like in the world. And everything's closed. Everything is closed except for essential services. You see that the MTA is moving. And the buses are free. And the trains, of course, are not free, but you have to wear a mask to get on the train and on the bus. Here is Party City. Some of these stores are open in other locations, but I think what they wanted to do was really close down 125th Street because this is such a crowded place, and they didn't want to have too many people, and this is Capital One, and that's closed. The ATM is probably open, but here we are. This is Frederick Douglass and 125th Street. They're on now. You have Magic Johnson, you have TD Bank, and we're coming up now to the United House of Prayer. This is owned by the church, this whole block, say footprint right here. And we're coming up here with where the Duane Reade used to be. This is turned into, I think, housing. And everything is closed. One of the main things they have here on 125th Street are the vendors. So there's no vendors at all. There's some at the corners. But I was here Sunday, and Red Lobster there was like 100 people out here for Mother's Day. It was incredible. I never saw anything like that before in my life. It was for takeout. So here we have this store. Most people have 3 people at a time. And of course the mail is still running. We love our postal service because without them, what we would be. And so this is, I don't know if it's open or not. You have to ring the bell. This is Red Lobster. And we're coming up here on the Apollo Theater. Be well. That's the key. And everything here is basically closed. And whatever's open, you see people in line. And today is Stevie Wonder's birthday. What the world needs now, loves, we loves Dionne Warwick, one of my very, very dear, lovely friends. And you have some people right here taking photos at the Apollo. Any lines you see are right here, expect them. Those are essential services. And they're not cutting any services off, but people here are still getting their service and getting paid. And, paying the bill and all that kind of stuff. And, but basically, today is Wednesday, and this is 125th Street in Harlem, USA. One of the busiest places in the world. There are businesses preparing to reopen. And I know upstate, the governor said that some places will be opening. Mayor de Blasio said that we're not going to open until June. But there are some places and some stores that I've seen that are still open, that were not open a month and a half ago. So there are some that are open. So this guy just passed. I'm home in prison. So here's Popular Bank. People do feel like they're imprisoned. This is a self-imprisoned state that we're in. We've never experienced this before. And so this is just weird. It's worth documenting because I've never seen Harlem like this, ever. And it is like something different and new. And to the point, there's 1011 here. We have to document this. This is really something unusual to see this many places closed at one time. But people are walking around. It's a beautiful day. And here we are, Bank of America out here. And you have a couple of vendors out here that are doing, and you have some people that are afraid of cameras because they probably just got out of jail, who knows. And you have people right here in line at Sprint. So I'm walking up now to 125th and African Square. So this is where the Verizon is. And a lot of the streets here have different names. Lenox is Malcolm X, and in tribute to some of the great figures, historical figures that we have here in Harlem. And this is the State Office building here. And I'm going to cross real quickly. So the cars are driving. And you have people out getting sun and getting some air and all of that. So here I am in the middle of 125th Street and Adam Clayton Powell Boulevard, one of the most famous boulevards in the world. And there's a Teresa right here. And I'm going to take a break, and we'll walk down to Lenox and we'll see what else is happening in Harlem. UBC TV, we'll be right back.